I'm Beth.
We're definitely getting donuts.
I'm Chris.
And together we started this channel to take advantage of life to the fullest.
We travel.
We cruise.
We eat food. That's the world of taste, try, travel.
Hello.
Hey! What?
Welcome.
We're back!
It's been a while.
How long?
A long time.
Oh. What are you wearing for our show today?
Prada.
What am I?
What are you wearing?
Thank you so much for noticing that I have my Adventurer Explorer shirt outfit on. I'm even wearing khakis.
And I'm a little fancier, so does that combined make something?
I don't know, but I know what mine does. I was thinking ahead. We are going on a new adventure.
We are?
And it may go through jungles. We don't know yet. We haven't revealed it. It may not. I don't know.
I don't think it does.
Okay.
Okay. Are we introducing ourselves?
We already did.
We already did. But if you don't know, my full first name is Beth Ann. Although I typically go by Beth. But Beth Ann rhymes with plan. So we had to use my full first name.
What else does it rhyme with? Stan.
Can.
And that rhymes with danger. And that's what we have right here in River City.
I don't even know what that means.
All you musical lovers will know that reference.
Okay, but before we get into, we have a couple things to do on the show today. First, we want to say a huge thank you to our subscribers and our Patreon family. You guys make it possible for us to keep doing these videos, keep doing some adventures.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
Thank you. We appreciate it. So the first thing we want to do is we have sent some little clues, some photos out into the social media world this past week.
We floated them out there like a twitty.
We tweeted them. We tweeted them.
We didn't tweet anything because we don't do Twitter.
We don't do Twitter. We did 10 photos total, I think is what we did.
Each one had a clue.
I know, and lots of you guys guessed. Some of you guys guessed right. Some of you were pretty far off.
So, let's go over the photos real quick. We'll throw them up on the screen, and we're going to tell you what the clues were in each photo.
All right, here we go. So this was the first picture that we sent out last week.
All right, so the first one had a ship, some orange juice, which some of you guessed right, and the donut. The donut was the clue.
The donut was the big clue.
Yes.
On that one. Okay, the second clue, and this is where some of you guys got it right. This was...
Yeah, it is the apples, basically, and the wall in the background.
Yep.
Those were the clues on this one.
Yep. All right, the third one...
All right, the big clue on this one isn't necessarily the tacos or the limes. It's actually the word... Hola in the background. That's the big clue on this one.
Okay, the next one.
The dumplings. Big clue.
Big clue.
Dumplings.
Dumplings. That's the only thing on that one.
All right, our next one.
This is a little confusing, I guess. But what was the one thing that was the hint on this?
The colors.
The colors.
The red, white, and green with a little bit of yellow thrown in.
Okay. This is my favorite one by far. Number 6. What is it?
All right. The big clue, if you don't know, is the steampunk Humpty Dumpty, which is a tongue twister. Steampunk Humpty Dumpty.
And you will know this right away. Some of you did guess it if you watched some of our previous videos. Number 7. This was a dead giveaway.
I thought everybody would get it with this. It's obviously the crystals. And if you notice, they're laying flat, too.
Flat crystals. Number 8.
All right, number 8 is interesting because it's not necessarily the beach.
Is it?
It's not really the beach.
What is it?
It's the lighthouse in the background is the clue on this one.
All right. Dead giveaway. Number 9.
Number 9, the whole thing is the clue. It is a manhole cover on a street, obviously in a city.
Yep. And our very last clue that came out yesterday.
The hot dog.
The hot dog.
Hot dog cart in the background, but it's a hot dog.
It's the hot dog.
All right, so those were the clues in each of the photos that we put out on our social media pages.
That was really fun. Thank you all for joining in on the fun for that. This trip has been big to plan.
Huge.
That's why it's taking us it's taken us a hot minute to do that.
Yeah, because one of our destinations is just massive. You can do anything you want to do at any point in the day you want to do it, basically.
Exactly. Getting there, figuring out where to stay, what to do, it's just been a bit overwhelming, and I think that's why we haven't done this in the past. Chris actually wanted to do this, and I'm the planner, and so it was really overwhelming for me to figure out how to get all these little pieces to work. And I said no at first. I said, no, I don't want to do it. And then he kept pressing, and finally I said, okay. And I've had so much fun actually now starting to plan getting all the pieces together.
Okay, so
before we get too much information out,
let's stop babbling
and get to
the big reveal.
I've been to the top of Mount Everest. I've sailed the seven seas.
All right, now we've had time to clean up a little.
Exactly.
Sorry, we got a little excited about our trip to New York City on MSC.
We're so excited.
Yes, we are.
Today we're just going to tell you kind of 3 things that were kind of the main focus. 1, our time that we're spending in New York City, which we get 2 full days in New York City.
Whoop!
2.
Sorry.
What?
That was my attempt to do.
Whoop, whoop. 2, we're going to talk about cruising out of New York City, which has been a bucket list trip for us. And 3, we're going to talk about actually our time on MSC.
Okay, so as many of you know,
I don't know where you're going.
one of our traditions on our travel day is to get a donut. Well,
I think the stars have aligned for this trip.
our travel day is National Donut Day.
Literally, we're not faking it. It really falls on National Donut Day.
I don't know if I'm more excited about the cruise.
I know.
Or it being Donut Day.
In New York City, like heaven for donut lovers.
There's donuts everywhere.
24 hours. So
I think they give them out on the subway. I don't think you want to eat them.
No. But there's so many really cool places. So we're really excited to maybe do a little donut tour.
Donut tour?
In
What?
New York City.
What?
I know. What else do we have listed? Another thing is, you know that Triple T, we like to do a lot of local things. We also were going to do some fun touristy things.
Absolutely.
What? That was deep.
Absolutely.
So another thing that we're doing for sure is visiting the World Trade Center Memorial. I think that's kind of essential in New York.
We're also going to obviously do a lot of stuff with food while we're in New York, because New York is known for a culinary experience. From
oh my goodness, yes.
a $1 slice of pizza to $1,000. I mean, we're not going to do that. $1,000 dinners. In fact, I'm hoping that we might revisit some spots that we were at last time we went to New York City. Here's a photo.
What is this photo showing, Christopher?
Matt Lauer and I are arch enemies. Everybody's got an arch enemy. Mine is Matt Lauer. Matt Lauer doesn't know he's my arch enemy. No. He didn't know at the time, but he was, because he put on, like, he was on TV for like 5 hours in the morning. Yeah. It was the most boring 5 hours known to man. Sorry, all of you Matt Lauer lovers out there.
All right, well, that kind of gives you an idea. We do have a lot planned in New York. So the next thing we're going to do is cruising out of New York City. MSC cruise. Did you want to say something? Sorry, I totally cut you off.
Yeah, go ahead.
MSC cruises out of the Brooklyn Cruise Terminal, which is going to be right across the East River from Lower Manhattan, which is, we're hoping, we don't know 100% for sure, but we're hoping we get to see Statue of Liberty.
We will definitely go under the Narrows Bridge, which I am, as a guy who loves visuals, yep. I am so looking forward to getting some beautiful footage of us going under the Narrows Bridge.
Exactly, and I think that when we say like bucket list trip for us, like cruising out of New York City is going to be breathtaking.
I mean, we've been to some neat ports in our life.
We've been to so many ports, and we're talking earlier about what our favorite port that we've cruised out of so far.
Mine is Rotterdam. It's weird. Probably all the Europeans will be like, you like cruising out of Rotterdam? I liked cruising out of Rotterdam because it's basically in the middle of the city.
You go pretty far down the river before you get to Rotterdam.
So that's why I'm looking forward to cruising out of New York, is because it's basically in the middle of the city.
Exactly.
Like Rotterdam.
For me, my favorite place to cruise out of has been Vancouver. Again, that's because you're cruising right out of the city. You're, I think it's, I forgot to look up the park name. I think Victoria Park. And then you're cruising under a big bridge too. So that visually is an amazing place to cruise out of. So, and of course, I think we also talked about Skagway, Alaska was really neat to cruise into.
Because it's just so tiny and right in cliffs. And that was really nice.
But on our channel, we've only pretty much cruised out of Florida so far, which...
You can't get more boring of a port than Florida ports.
No kidding. They're like working ports, so it's not that exciting cruising out of Florida. So that's why we say we're super excited to go out of New York City. So that is our dog on the other side of the door.
You can't hear her. You can't. Hopefully our microphone's not picking her up, but she is moaning and complaining that we shut the door on her.
Okay, last thing we just want to mention is actually cruising with MSC. This will be our second time. Last year we cruised on MSC Seashore, so that was our first time with MSC.
Can I just say, I want to bring up that, and I don't think I should have to bring this up because I think it's unfair to MSC, but it's so true. There's so many negative reviews and videos of MSC, and I think that's unfair to them. There's pluses and minuses to every cruise you're going to go on, and MSCs have been blown out of proportion.
I also think a lot of people start comparing them to other cruise lines, and I think that gives MSC a disservice too, because they're completely different than any of the major 3 cruise lines we have currently in the United States. And that's what makes them special, at least to us. We love that difference. So we are looking forward to going on MSC a second time, and
we will show you the negatives, if there are any.
For sure. We did when we were on the seashore.
Exactly. Yeah. And we're going to show you the positives.
Yeah.
We're not just going to focus on one thing and say it ruined the cruise, because nothing ruins a cruise when we're on it.
No. A cruise is everything that you make of it.
Yep.
We loved it the first time, so I'm really excited to go on it a second time, hoping that first time was not an anomaly, that they really are different. We like different. What else about MSC? Ocean Cay, which has become my favorite private island destination in the Caribbean.
My favorite too. Yes, I agree.
I'm excited to go back. I want to see if there's been any changes. Like I said, we were there just a little over a year ago. So, and they were doing a lot of construction. So I wonder if anything has
that's right.
been built.
They had only done one phase, and they were starting to work on the second phase. So it'll be interesting to see.
So anything new? I want to see the vegetation growing more. I want to see more sea life. I'm just excited to go there.
That's right. That was the beach that was sharky.
It was.
Forgot about that.
We want to see a shark. We want to see a turtle. We want to see any kind of sea life.
Yep.
So that's an amazing place. The two other stops we have are Nassau and Port Canaveral. It's not that exciting, but I guess if you're from New York, that might be an exciting stop.
Not sure we're going to be getting off at Port Canaveral.
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see.
I guess is there anything else you want to say first before we kind of wrap up?
No.
Okay. So we kind of shared a little bit about what we're thinking about in New York, but we kind of want to throw it to you guys. If there's anything you want to see us do, anything you want to see us experience, or anything you want to see us try and eat.
Yeah, if you got a tip about something to do in New York or on MSC,
let us know on any of our social media. So Instagram, Facebook, right here you can mention a comment. You can also send a private message. But we'd love to hear if you guys have any ideas. So we haven't nailed down everything yet. We thought we would kind of loop in anything that you guys might suggest.
All right, let's end it. I want to get back to the party we had earlier.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to follow along on this trip, please subscribe.
Yes. Like the video, or if you hate us, dislike the video.
Either one we're okay with.
Yep.
And if you want to help support, you can visit Patreon, which is information right here. And that helps support our trip.
Sounds good to me.
All right. We will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Sounds good to me. I'm so sorry for the lame comments I'm doing.
Because you checked out already.
This has been a big trip. Lots of planning. Bye-bye.